get signed in while
Oh, it is a beautiful day. Where are we? We're back in Fontana, California, but we're not at Auto Club Dragway. We are at Auto Club Speedway. It's NASCAR time, baby. I told you, you never know what you'll see on this channel. Let's give you a behind-the-scenes look at the Xfinity Series. Let's go.
How are you doing? What are you doing? Working at Rob's now?
We got the pit passes, and we got the man, the Xfinity superstar, Josh Bilicki. It's race day. Are you ready? How are you feeling?
I'm ready. It's gorgeous. We've got a beautiful background here. I mean, this track is awesome. 2-mile track, one of the fastest tracks we go to. So I'm just happy to be here, happy to be in California. And yeah, like you said, it's race day.
We want you to bring home the win today, and I'll tell you, I give something to Larry McBride and others that seems to work. I want to give you a little gift here this morning for good luck.
I have a lot of these, but these will go on the car.
Checker Flags Day.
Thank you.
This is the real deal, baby. In the pits! In the pits! Woo! Pits! Woo! As you can tell, we were a little fired up. Well, stay with us in this video. Settle in and get comfortable because we are going to go on a behind-the-scenes journey with Josh Bilicki. We are going to give you so much insight and information on what it's like to be a rising star in the Xfinity Series. There's a lot of lessons to be learned and a lot of great racing that we will see. Enjoy this behind-the-scenes all-access tour. Look at this amazing race hauler. This is Rick Ware Racing. And Josh, you're telling me you wear many hats. You also run in the Cup Series?
Yeah, we'll run about 10 to 15 Cup races this year, starting a little bit later in the year. But the Cup Series is always cool. To race on Sunday with guys like Jimmy Johnson and Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch. It's really cool to share the track with them and just learn all I can.
How old are you, Josh?
I'm 24.
How many years you been pro?
2015 was my first year, so this will be my 5th year.
What I love about you, you're a kid living a dream. I mean, how surreal is it sometimes to look around and you got Jimmy Johnson next to you and you got these guys that we grew up watching on TV?
You know, that's funny you say that. I was in the infield yesterday signing autographs with some fans, and here comes Jimmy Johnson in his race suit in the infield, and everybody just goes wild. So it's awesome to share the track with guys like that. Obviously, we're an Auto Club. He's won here more than anybody else in NASCAR. So it's awesome to share the track and just learn with those guys and, you know, even chat with them. It's cool.
All right, we're taking a look at some Cup cars. Josh, some differences between the Xfinity cars and the Cup cars. What are the main differences?
So the Cup cars have a lot more downforce, and they actually have less horsepower. NASCAR did this starting last year. 2019 was the first year with this downforce package to try to bring the racing closer, more pack racing like you would see at Daytona, and it has worked. You know, certain tracks you've seen the racing really, really close, and that's due to lower horsepower and higher downforce. So, you know, you see these cars right now rolling through tech right now. You know, this is one of the Rick Ware Racing cars, number 53, and you got Kyle Busch right in front of him too. So pretty cool.
What do you like driving better?
The Xfinity cars are actually a little bit harder to drive. The Cup cars, I mean, they just stick. I mean, they have so much downforce. You can see in the front of these cars, actually, they have little air. You know, the air actually comes through the bumper and out the side. So they have a lot of front downforce, they have a lot of rear downforce, and these cars are fun to drive in the pack for sure. They're really fun to race.
He's talking to Joe Koenig.
Yeah, awesome. I have a little bit of a cold, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, we're with Jack right now. No, he's out by the track, so I'm taking him through the Cup Series garage right now. His schedule, so it just worked out this year.
What you think here over here?
We're gonna try. We're in 99 today. We're gonna get all we can get because we need the points. So we'll see. We're on a little bit of a year's tire budget this week. We don't have much time. But we're still here. Let some of the top guys race on.
you got that Trim-Tex helmet in there. You were just talking to the man, Joe Koenig.
I was.
He's been a good supporter of yours?
Yes, he took me to my first pro race in 2015 in IMSA, and then yeah, ever since he's been on my helmet. So every NASCAR race I've ever ran has been with the Trim-Tex helmet branding. So it's pretty cool.
That's so cool. So what are we going for now? Tech?
So we are rolling out to grid right now to go to qualify.
Oh, cool.
So they'll stage us on pit road, and then they send us out one by one. That's where we qualify.
Awesome, man. So cool. I'm honored. Thank you so much, my friend. Hey, I also want to ask you about primary sponsor Lemons of Love. That is a great cause. We know that they make cancer care packages. How'd you get hooked up with Lemons of Love?
So Joe Koenig with Trim-Tex is a huge Lemons of Love supporter, and I met Jill, founder of Lemons of Love, probably 5 or 6 years ago now, and her and I have always stayed in touch, and just I was really connected with what they do, and I try to support the cause as much as I can. And obviously we all know people that go through cancer and are going through chemo, and you know, they just do so much for those type of people, and it means a lot to me that I can have them on their car this weekend.
Wonderful cause. We love it, man. We're honored that you put the CycleDrag sticker on. Thanks so much.
Yeah, let's do the other side.
Oh boy.
What was that?
Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate you. You pumped up and ready to go? Race day?
Race day.
Gotta love it. Josh, we're getting ready for qualifying. We're about 45 minutes away. I commented just how loose and how poised you seem. You don't seem nervous at all. Take me through your mindset right now.
Yeah, so I mean, right now we're in a pretty calm state, just because there's 36 cars here, 436 spots on the grid, so nobody's going home. So we're just gonna go out there and see what the car has in qualifying. Obviously yesterday we had 2 practices, so we already kind of know where the car is gonna be pointed in. So we'll just go out there and drive a little bit harder, and you know, if we end up 30th on the grid, it's not the end of the day, because we always outrace where we qualify. So we're just here having fun, and you know, it's important not to overthink before qualifying or anything either. So I try to stay calm and relax, and just be thankful I'm here. You know, that's the biggest thing. You know, it's obviously awesome to be here, and you know, our car looks good, so yeah, we just can't wait to qualify. That's
a great attitude. Now, you only get 1 lap. Does that make it a little bit more pressure-filled, knowing there's not any opportunity to make mistakes? That's for sure. You got to have pretty much a flawless lap to get where you want to be.
It does. I mean, it definitely puts a lot more stress on us drivers, especially on weekends where there are over 36 cars. Because, so for instance, Daytona, there were 42 cars from 36 spots. 6 cars went home. On weekends like that, you just can't afford any mistakes. You know, whether it's a misshift on your upshifting, or whether it's just missing your turning point just a little bit. You know, you can't make any mistakes on those types of weekends. So it puts a lot more stress on us drivers. Like I said, luckily this weekend there's only 36 cars, so it's a little bit less stress, a little bit more relaxed.
So you know you're in the show. How important is qualifying? Is it going to be a huge disadvantage if you start in the back of the pack, or do you feel like, hey, I got time to make up for it?
So to be honest, there's a lot of rookies here in the field who have never been here. This is my 3rd year here, so I have a little bit more experience than some other guys. So there's going to be some rookies starting up front who don't know what to expect going into turn 1 on lap 1. So at a track like this, it might be okay for us to start a little bit more towards the back and just race our race and stay out of their problems, stay out of their mess.
Very cool. Last thing I want to ask you about too is, you know, we know that sponsorship and budget is such a hot issue in motorsports. You were telling me you guys have a unique tire situation. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so on a weekend like this with not much sponsorship, we will run off of used tires, meaning the top teams will practice on a set, have 10 to 15 laps on them. We'll buy them at obviously a big discounted price, and it's just a way for us to go racing at a little bit less of a price. Obviously a set of tires is pretty expensive here, So
$2,500 bucks. I heard. Is that right?
Around $2,500.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
And how many laps will they last?
Here, maybe 30 at most.
What?
Yes.
30 laps and $2,500 worth of tires gone.
At most, yeah.
Wow.
So, you know, depending how your car's set up, they might last a little longer. But yeah, so I mean that's obviously a big factor in where we race and how we race at tracks like this. Obviously, we have limited budget this weekend, so we're here this weekend just to survive. We're not going to race super hard because we need to make sure this car is clean, and we need to make it to the end. So when some of these top guys wreck out because they're racing hard, we take advantage of that, and that's how we, get some of these good finishes.
It could be a battle of attrition. You never know what happens if you're there at the end, right?
Just like endurance racing. You know, my background is sports car racing, and I've raced 25-hour races with Joe Koenig with Trim-Tex, where we've won races in cars that aren't as fast as the other cars we're racing against, just because we outrace them by being smart. So I've learned a lot in my career. I've learned a lot from Joe, and that's how I apply my mindset going into some of these NASCAR races.
Can't wait to see you get it. Got a tire adjustment right here.
I'm gonna go black out caps.
Right now they're warming the oil up. All right, man, good luck. Josh is gonna get changed. Here's his tires that he was talking about. Josh, that was a quick change, and you're looking great in that suit. We're getting compliments. The fans back here are loving your suit. That's a good-looking suit. What do you think?
You got to check out his shirt. Look at
Let me
his
see.
shirt. A little bit more than just fans.
There we go. There we go.
I made him put it on.
I love it, man. We're getting ready to fire up some PME horsepower. We have Mr. PME here. What is your name, sir?
Brian from Pro Motor Engines.
Brian, thank you for being here. Are you so excited to see your motor roar?
We always are. We're the exclusive motor supplier for BJ McLeod Motorsports. The Josh Bilicki cars are Toyota, and our other two are Chevrolets, and we supply the motors for all the BJ McLeod cars.
You think Josh has the horsepower to lay it down today?
He has it.
I love it.
It's all right there. All he needs to do is use it.
Excellent. We got the whole fans here. What's your name, sir?
Don.
Excellent. You told me you're a retired serviceman?
No, I'm still in.
Still am. Thank you so much for your service, man. We appreciate it.
Making select start into the Xfinity Series behind the wheel of the number 61 machine here is we got miles per hour. Next up is number 99. Have gone up and recorded for Fontana. So a top 10 starting position is certainly something that you want to achieve here, as history points to. If you're going to win this event, if you're going to run up front today in the Production Alliance Group 300, best to start with inside the top 10. It is our race day Saturday. This is Xfinity Series qualifying on the 2-mile oval. That is Auto Club Speedway. Last year's pole winner, Tyler Reddick, 179.8.
Cool helmet, man. You got a Josh Bilicki autograph?
Yeah.
Hey, when you go home on the CycleDrag YouTube channel, you'll be on it. I love it.
This is his third helmet.
I love it. Where are you out of?
Torrance.
Excellent, man. Thanks for being here. How'd it go, Josh?
Went well. Would have been like to have been a little quicker on the speed charts. We're having a small issue with the clutch right now, so I think we got to pull the car out of line and go back to the garage real quick, which means we got to give up our starting position and start at the back. Basically, there's not enough clutch pedals, so we don't know if it's lying in the air, or we don't know if it's on the terminal inside. So it's unfortunate that happened, but we'll get it fixed before the race. They don't have a lot of time, but these guys are the best in the business. So
that's right.
Hopefully, they get taken care of here soon, and we are good for the race.
Push it back down one time. All right. Harder. All right, let up and push it down. You got a pedal yet? Yeah, there's a pedal for sure. Are you holding the pedal down? Yeah. Okay. All right, now try pulling it up. Hold it down. Okay, crank it away.
What do you think? Are you having a fun time at NASCAR? And the expense of racing is simply off the charts. We are at $150 for a box of lug nuts. How about that? Josh, great news, man. This car's coming out. Did you guys get the clutch fixed?
Yeah, I think we just had air in the system. I mean, these things happen, and it's unfortunate we had to take it back to the garage. We're starting in the back now, but like I said before, it's not always the worst to start in the back, so
it's a long day.
It is. It's a long 300-mile race.
Now, I noticed that NASCAR official was watching everything you do. Is that just standard procedure that they keep an eye on what you're doing?
Yeah, so I mean, the car's already been through tech, through all the stages of tech. So after it goes through tech, anything you do to the car is going to require supervision by a NASCAR official. So that's why the tech was following us. He's still following us. You can see him following the car right now. So we'll take it back to the staging zone. Nobody can touch a car until then. You know, they basically want to make sure we're not adjusting anything as far as geometry of the suspension, or making a chassis change, and just changing what we said we were. So that's why they're really keeping a close eye on us.
Sure. Now, you being the skilled driver that you are, does the strategy change starting in the back? Does that mean you got to be more aggressive, or is it just business as usual?
Probably for us at this stage, because of our type situation this weekend, it's probably going to be just about the same, business as usual. I mean, we'll pick them off as we can go. We're not going to be aggressive and race towards the front as quickly as some other guys probably would, just because we're in a different situation as some of the big teams. But like I said, it's probably not the worst thing that we're going to be starting in the back. A lot of inexperienced drivers starting up front, so I think we should still be good.
Well, the big thing is if you got that clutch fixed, you got an opportunity to make some passes out there, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be honest, you really only use the clutch in these cars when you take off, but it would have killed us in the pit stops, which, at that point, that's when you lose positions. I'm happy we got to take care of now rather than during the race, and fingers crossed that issue doesn't come back.
Good call. All right, let's give you some more behind-the-scenes insight. We're about 2 hours away from the race. In that white tent shortly will be a driver's meeting. Josh, tell me what that driver's meeting will be like.
So the driver's meeting is honestly almost the same information at every track, but they do give you an idea. They have a big screen up there with the specific track. So obviously this weekend we're in Auto Club. They'll have a picture of Auto Club on the map, and they'll show you where some of the safety zones are, where the safety trucks are located. If we have an issue, they'll show you where they want us to pull off. And other than that, I mean, it's just kind of the same thing. It's more or less, honestly, for the show. And
Sure.
They have a lot of guests up there, too. So you guys will be able to come in and see it for yourselves.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. And you said you have to go to the medical center. Explain that to me.
Yeah, so this is something I think that NASCAR kind of overlooked, but I have to go take basically a baseline concussion test. I think they call it a King Deverett test at the medical center, which is all the way on the other side of the track. It's basically a test. They make you take a baseline at the beginning of the year before any of your accidents. And then if you have any type of accidents, whether it's big or small, they make you go back to the medical center and take a concussion test after that accident. So the baseline is just kind of to get a time, because they make you read a bunch of things off of an iPad, and then they make you read it again after an accident. So if for some reason you're like 30 or 40 seconds slower after an accident, they might think maybe your noggin's messed up, and they might make you take another more concussion test.
But so everybody has to take that, whether
Everybody
they're in
has
an
to-
accident
yes.
or not. Wow.
Everybody has to take it.
Man, okay, wish the best there. Do we have an autograph opportunity over here? How about that? Very cool.
Good.
Where are you from, sir?
I'm from Anaheim.
Excellent. You a Josh Bilicki fan?
Yes, sir.
I love
There
it.
you go.
I love it, man. We're going to root the 99 on to victory
I was
today.
going to ask you if I can actually do an interview with you. I'm actually a student journalist.
How about that? You're in high demand. We're going to back off and let
good,
you.
you're good.
He's got a lot of media responsibilities.
Oh, can you actually record this, please?
Yeah, I can help you out. Just make sure you follow the CycleDrag YouTube channel.
Okay.
You got it.
Yeah, make sure you do it. Make sure you take a picture of his shirt so you do it. For this season, I'm going to be bouncing around between the top 3 series, the Truck Series, the Xfinity Series, the Cup Series. We'll have a handful of races in all 3 series, and I obviously just want to make the cars last to the end. But I also want to just learn a lot coming from my background. I mean, I'm still learning every week in whatever car I'm in. I want to learn as much as I can, but I also want to, I want to be fast with my teammates. Whether it's the Xfinity Series or the Cup Series, we always kind of have our own race against our teammates. This weekend is going to be called Matt and Vinny. They're in our team cars. We don't want to race hard.
That is cool. So the official Josh Bilicki handout has
sir.
a Mika Auction logo on it.
That was from last year.
That was from last year.
These are called hero cards. Throughout my career, we probably have 40 or 50 different designs. Every time we have a different primary sponsor, for the most part, we have our own hero card for that weekend. In Daytona, we had D-Tech. That was our hero card. This weekend, we have Lemons of Love, but it was kind of a last-minute deal. We have Lemons of Love hero cards. They're just not here. But, yeah, I mean, we'll have 10 more different hero cards this year, I'm sure. Thank you.
Wow, what do you got there? That's cool. That is cool. Man, that's awesome. Give me 5. There you go.
Certain tracks slow out.
Josh, you're walking on the red carpet. It may be covered, but you got the red carpet.
Yeah, I don't know what you would call it. I mean, it is a red carpet, but it's kind of has that new house feel.
There you go.
Yeah, certain tracks they might be.
Thank you very much. Joining us at today's honorary starter, would you please welcome the owner of production, Mike Troop, David Simmons. Representing California's 35th Congressional District, which is the Auto Club Speedway, please welcome the Congresswoman, Lauren Torres. Joining us today with honorary remembers the Gold Star family of Army Sergeant David Bilicki, and died out July 13, 2008, while serving during Operation Enduring Freedom. We are honored as listed. Also, take notice where the 2 chase vehicles are located. Drivers, please send an extra wheel and check your spring system. Signaling the Nascar respectively with a green checker flag, followed by a caution period and restart. The end of the 3rd and final stage will conclude the race. The race may be concluded with NASCAR overtime in the final stage. If the race is
Ladies and gentlemen, the legend! The legend is here. How are you doing, sir?
I'm CycleDragging. That's what I'm doing. CycleDragging forever and ever and ever.
You are the man. Sweep the leg, right?
Sweep the leg, no mercy, and CycleDragging.
She's got your sticker.
Are you having a good time? You're making the video too. You having a good time?
I'm having a great time.
I like it. How's the 99 gonna do today?
The 99 is going to fare well today.
I like it. I like
It's
it.
going to fare well.
What do you think, young lady? How's 99 gonna do? There you go.
99 in the house.
Thumbs up. Good luck CycleDrag sticker in the house. Wow, what do you got there, man? I love it. Cool. Out. You guys having a good time?
Everybody rushing to the engine shop. Just had a great week, man. Been down with Rusty at Rush Truck Centers all week, and got Haas on the quarter panels. A lot of people, man. It's a fun racetrack. Looking forward to tomorrow. Don't know what to expect out of that. So the last time I had a we're about 50th, on lap 5, so hopefully we'll change that and have some grip in it maybe tomorrow and have, a good day.
Yeah, my next question is, we know you're good for one lap. How about over the long haul here at Auto Club? What the hell?
Okay, so who's in 47? Bailey?
Bailey, Kyle in the 74.
Bailey. The one that says Bean or something?
We're in the white tents in the back.
Is probably the closest of us to make Master status.
It's an exciting day. Do you have a logo on this car? How, what's your company?
Body A-Cross Land Leveling.
How'd you get hooked up with these guys?
Through the Crazies. Just had a great time with them, and they gave us an opportunity to sponsor the car, so we put our name on it.
Thanks for the support, guys. Have a good day.
I thought there was 36.
Please welcome
Man, that is cool. Nice job. CycleDrag Universe, it's a huge day. I'm so excited. Take a look at this. We are here in Fontana, getting ready to kick off the Xfinity race. Take a look at this. Right there. Ladies and gentlemen, the sticker is on Josh Bilicki's Xfinity car. Can you believe it? Thank you, Trim-Tex. Thank you, Lemons of Love. Thank you for following CycleDrag on YouTube. Xfinity, yeah!
Here comes our boy.
Help us park. Help us, yeah, well done. Well, actually, the Myra.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot.
Josh.
Yeah, is Cindy around? We can go with camera.
I'm sorry.
That's what Vinny and Alex put out in the
We're out there. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Goodbye, you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, no problem.
Josh, we're minutes away from dropping the green flag. How are you feeling, sir?
Feel good. It's gorgeous. It's getting a little warmer now, so the track conditions obviously going to change a little bit, but still beautiful weather. There's some clouds, but yeah, we're just ready to go racing. There's only really one way we can go forward, so we're going to go forward.
Can't wait.
got the logo in there.
It's awesome. Where are you guys from?
California.
There you go.
Orange County.
You will be on the CycleDrag YouTube channel.
Awesome.
We rooting for the
New
9.
Mexico. Cimarron, New Mexico.
There you go. How about you?
With her.
Thank you.
The head crazies.
And thank you for your service, sir. This is on the CycleDrag YouTube channel. I got one question. Who's pulling for the 99?
Yeah!
This is so awesome. We are so pumped, ready to root on the 99. It's wild down here. The professionalism, the prestige, the excitement, and it is a beautiful day for racing, isn't it? You're enjoying yourself? I hope you are enjoying this behind the scenes look on the CycleDrag YouTube channel. If you know any friends that might be interested in this, please share it with them.
Thanks, everyone. Here we go.
Go get them, bud.
Thanks, guys.
Soon we start the races.
Start your engines.
There's not many security down here. So at the start of the race, I'll have you all come.
was the turn?
Hey, I did that. The track bar did go in out that time. I got 2 out. I got 3 out last time. 1.5 out this time. 2 in the right side.
You got 2 out the left side.
So it's gonna be fun. I better do something.
Try.
So that one track bar, that one up track bar, moved it probably about 2 inches. Because I raised the right side and dropped the left.
Good. Turn's better. Still center off is tight.
Center off?
And it's getting pulled down the fairway.
Well, that's the motor.
I don't think it's the motor. I think it's the, could be the fucking way the cowl is. The cowl's fucking half-ass broken.
Dude, right through the fucking cow.
Track bar. Oh, you don't need me to pick it up or do anything? I wanted to give you $10 with asking.
Whoa. And you made me run a lot, so fuck. Coming in. Go.
Josh said he's got a little bit of a vibration.
I heard
Making
that.
sure the lugs are tight.
They're scuffs.
That's right.
Scuffs suck.
Here we are wrapping up the day. Great effort by you guys. How would you assess your performance today, sir?
We missed the setup a little bit. Car was tight, and then overall we just didn't have enough straight lines. So we'll work on it and get it better next time.
Now it's got to be tough. You guys are on the West Coast swing. You don't get to go back to the shop. What's that mean for you out here on the road? What do you do to prepare for the next one?
Well, mainly we got to conserve the cars during the race. Try to not do anything dumb. Try not to put the cars in any danger, and then we'll leave here. We'll go to a parking lot, unload all the cars, and prepare them for the next race.
Okay. It seems like, as far as synergy and working together as a team, you guys are on it with 3 different pit stops. That gets confusing, doesn't it?
It does get confusing, but yeah, it's low budget. Sometimes we have to try a little bit harder to make things work.
Well, you did a good job. What do you think about Josh's driving performance today?
Well, Josh is a good guy. He kept the car in one piece, didn't wreck it. Had plenty of opportunity. Stuff was going bad all the way around him, so the car lives to race another day.
Heard you on the last stop saying there was a vibration and you were worried that maybe the lugs weren't tight. What do you do in that type of situation?
I wasn't so much worried that the lugs weren't tight. I was more worried tire was coming apart like this right here. That's where tire was cording. So if that happens, you blow a tire, you kill the car. So I was more worried about that because I trust our guys. We pit together every week, so I wasn't really that worried about the tires being loose, just so much as the tires coming apart.
Beautiful. Well, good luck to you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Before the race. We only bought 2 sets. So there was 1 set still available.
Well, sir, I got to commend you because I watched you do about 10 pit stops today. How you feeling?
I feel pretty good.
You think
More practice, but we'll be getting her done in Phoenix.
Okay.
Keep
You
going.
think the team worked well together?
Oh yeah, still a new team, new people. We'll get there eventually.
I saw you taking charge too and coaching the guys out there. Is that tough to get everybody on the same page when it's so noisy?
Absolutely. It's tough to get everybody on the same page, period, let alone with all the noise and craziness going on.
Well, good job today. We wish you guys good luck.
Oh, thank you.
No, we had one. Josh, congratulations on taking the checkered flag out there. How would you assess your performance today?
We struggled today for sure. We had some issues. I don't know what it was. We just lacked straight line speed, so that was a little frustrating, just getting blown by on the straightaway. But all in all, we finished. Car's clean. They're able to take the car back home with no cosmetic issues, nothing. So that's a win for us. But yeah, we finished a little bit further back than we wanted to. We really wanted a good point stand. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't the best. Take everything we learned here and move forward.
And talking about a clean car, I mean, that is not to be undersold, underestimated. There's a lot of people leaving with broken, mangled race cars, and that gets expensive, especially for an under-budget team, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you were asking my team owner, if you asked him, would you rather have Josh push hard and maybe take the chance of getting involved in a wreck, or do what we did today? Obviously, he'd rather have us bring a clean car home. So that's a win for us. But as always, as a race car driver, you want to get as most as you can out of the car, and I feel like we underachieved a little bit today. So hopefully we go back and we took some notes from this weekend and apply them to the next race.
We saw your crew make a lot of adjustments to the car today. What were they doing?
We threw the kitchen sink at it. So, I mean, we were just really, really tight at the beginning. They made a couple wedge adjustments, a couple track bar adjustments. They put a packer in. I mean, we threw a lot at it, and it helped a lot. We were still fighting tight a little bit, but it definitely helped the car rotate, which in turn makes it quicker down the straightaway. Obviously, the quicker you get it rotated and back to throttle, the quicker you're going to be down the straightaway. So that helped. Not as much as we'd hoped, but we did make some pretty positive changes.
Well, the biggest thing I see out here, this is so awesome going behind the scenes as well, is the disparity in budgets. We know in any form of motorsports, money is speed. So you're telling me there's teams out here with $200,000-$300,000. There's teams over on the Cup side with like $35 million. How do you close that gap as an underfunded team? I mean, how do you compete with big money?
Going back to what we said before, you just need to race smart. There are some of these guys out here today that were big budget teams and they wrecked, whereas we made it to the finish. So, that's one way we can just outrace them and finish ahead of them. Another one would obviously just be sponsorship. We worked really hard to bring in new sponsors, bring in old sponsors, and whether that money goes towards tires or better chassis, newer chassis. There's a lot of different things that we can do, but yeah, there are a lot of big differences from our small teams to our big teams.
So I'm going to pass around the plate right here. We can get you, about $10,000, we can get you new tires for a full race, right?
Just about, yeah.
If somebody, and you've got a beautiful billboard with all kind of space, if somebody would like to step up and do that for you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
My Facebook, Josh Bilicki, Josh Bilicki Racing, whether it's my personal page or my racing page, my Twitter, my website, I handle it all, I maintain it all, so any form of social media, Josh Bilicki, send them a message, I check it, and I'll reach out, if we can put something together, that'd be really cool.
Very cool. And speaking of tires, I know at one point, I think it might have been the final pit stop, your crew chief was worried about a vibration. He said you were talking about a vibration and he wanted to make sure everything was okay. What happened there?
Yeah, so we do run some used tires. We ran some used tires this weekend, and a set of tires that we got had a vibration on them when we put them on. Could have been missing weight. It could have been the driver who had them on before may have flat spotted them coming to pit road, practicing pit stops. So it could have been a couple things. So the vibration got worse and worse throughout the run. We had to come in and swap tires to a new set. So it's unfortunate. We lost. We probably could have gained 3 or 4 spots right there, but those things happen when you run used tires. Those coming in. And it doesn't happen every time, but it happened this time.
How many races will you run this year?
I'll probably run upwards of 30 to 35 between the Truck Series, Xfinity, and Cup.
Amazing. What's the ultimate goal for you? Are you just hoping to get discovered by that big sponsor?
Yeah, that's always obviously the goal. You want to obviously outdrive your teammates. We didn't do that this weekend today, but obviously I work really hard to bring in new partners and make my team happy as well. There's a lot of goals we have this year, but our biggest goal is to race clean, learn a lot, and you know, hopefully just get better as the season goes on.
And finally, those bumps out there. I saw a lot of the guys complaining about the bumps. How crazy was that?
Yeah, I mean, this track is one of the bumpiest tracks we go to. The bumps aren't in the corner like a lot of tracks we go to. Like Chicagoland, the bumps are brutal going through 3 and 4. These bumps are on the straightaway. So you go out on the straightaway, and it feels like you're almost like on a UTV or something, going over a set of whoops. It's pretty wild going down the back, and even just watching on TV, you see the cars bounce, and they actually touch a splitter down on the straightaway, which usually you don't have that happening. So this track is one of the oldest surfaces, one of the bumpiest tracks we come to, and that's what makes this place unique.
This has been a great experience. I hope all of you enjoyed it. I want to wish you the best of luck. I think you have so much driving talent.
Thank
Who would you like to thank here before we go?
We have a lot of partners on board this year. You know, this weekend in particular, we have Lemons of Love. You know, they're on our quarter panels. It was great to have them on to raise awareness. I'm doing everything I can to raise awareness for Lemons of Love. And we also had a pretty crazy, unique sponsor called the Speedway Infield Crazies. So at a track like this, obviously there's a lot of people camping here, you know, tens of thousands of people camping here. So the Infield Crazies, they're a group of, there's like 1,000 of them, and there's like 100 of them here. A lot of them kicked in 20, 30 bucks and helped buy us a set of tires. So they were on our cars, so that was really cool. It was awesome to have them on the car, and it means a lot to me. You know, obviously I'm not Jimmy Johnson yet,
right.
and you know, I'm at the same level as some of them. So it was cool to have them on board, and we have a lot of great partners this year. Insurance King, D-Tech Marine Products, they're on our car at Daytona. We're gonna have some new ones coming up pretty soon. Whitetail Smokeless, and yeah, like I said, you know, if you guys follow me on social media, you'll see all my new partners coming up.
Well, every penny helps, and Lemons of Love, for those of you that don't know, they make care packages for people going through grueling chemotherapy. It is such a wonderful organization, and it's so great you were able to display them in the primary spot for this race. That was really cool. I know that means a lot to a lot of people, including Joe Koenig of Mr. Trim-Tex.
Yeah.
You got the Trim-Tex helmet on.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah, I mean, I've had the Trim-Tex helmet for the last 5 years, so anytime somebody compliments my helmet, you know, I tell them the story. Trim-Tex, red, white, and blue, because all their products are made in the U.S. Trim-Tex and Joe, they like to display that, so that's why my helmet's red, white, and blue. But yeah, obviously, you know, we wouldn't be here without Trim-Tex and Insurance King and D-Tech and Lemons of Love. You know, there's a lot of people that put in a lot of work to get to this track. You know, the sponsors do just enough.
We got a lot of great sponsors. Thank you, Lemons of Love. Thank you, Trim-Tex. When you're doing a home renovation, demand your contractor use Trim-Tex. It's hashtag demand Trim-Tex. That's what we like to do. Let me go into business for myself real quick. Thank you guys so much for 100,000 plus subscribers on the CycleDrag YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Please like CycleDrag.com on Facebook. You never know where we'll end up. And finally, if no matter where you're watching, if you know any business owners, let's get this fine young man some tires. $10,000 a race is all it takes. You'll get your name on the car. You'll give him some fresh Goodyears, and he can go out there and compete for the win. How about it, man?
That'd be awesome.
Josh Bilicki
so
on
much.
Facebook. It's been great. We hope you enjoyed it as well. Leave us your feedback, your comments below. If you know anybody who may be interested in sponsoring this guy, leave it in the comments below. We will check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We want to thank Josh Bilicki, Lemons of Love, and Trim-Tex for this amazing behind-the-scenes look at a rising star in the NASCAR series. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want more great content like this, make sure you are subscribed. Hit subscribe, smash the bell for notifications, hit like, and like CycleDrag.com on Facebook, and we will keep it rolling. If it's anything motorsports, we're in. CycleDrag rolls on.